Well, it's the time 11 o'clock in the morning, day one of Jogjakarta. Up in front here you'll see a white monument in the middle of the road, and that, I believe, is the centre of Jogjakarta. It's called a Tugu, I think, Tugu. Don't quote me on that, but my knowledge of Indonesian is very limited, even after being here for so long. I think it's called the memory bank. So what we've got now is a road leading down to the railway station and also Malaboro Street. Now what I want to do is to show you Malaboro, or Jalan Malaboro, in the daytime, and then tonight we'll come down here and see what it's like, because it's pretty colourful with all the lights and everything. So yeah, that's our little journey for today, and then we'll drive around a few streets so we get an idea of what the place is like. I'm not going to any tourist attractions or anything like that. There's plenty of that on YouTube, but I'll give you an idea. I've got some old footage that I can show you when I mention it, so we can do that. I might drop into Ramadan because it's a bit closer. But, here they've blocked off the railway crossing. There used to be a railway crossing here, and they cut my foot off. So they've got these gates that roll out, and I was standing there, and the gates started to roll out. The bell started ringing for the train coming. My foot was in the road of the wheels coming out, the steel wheels, so he cut my foot off. But I've retained my foot. So what they've done here is made a junction to come down, turn around, do a U-turn here, and head back up into the main street. It is one of the tourist hotspots in Indonesia and in Jogjakarta, obviously. They promote it fairly well, mainly because everybody comes here at night time. There's food stalls everywhere, there's clothing stores, you can buy a boutique. The building on the right hand side, 1, 2, 3, 4 stories high, is a bike park. So it gives an idea of how many people, how many people come here. A very well maintained street. A little bit different from when I was here last time, but that's cleaned it all up a bit. And so this is it. You've got the horse drawn cart. You've got the little push bike trolley things. Cart you around town. One thing that is disappointing here is the amount of hawkers, you know. I mean, they all want you to see an art display and all this sort of stuff, and they will get a commission from it, no doubt. Like selling shoes. But you notice, well, you mightn't see it, but on the street, you have people walking around with trays with drinks or cigarettes or things like that for sale. So you don't have to get off your seat here. There's plenty of seating, unbelievable amount of seating here. So you don't have to get off your seat to go to the shop to get a drink. They just come past with cold drinks for you. See the horse-drawn carts here, very popular here. Photography is pretty popular here too, people getting their photos taken everywhere. There's no parking on this street, which is good. But I noticed that there's a few turn-offs here that you can go in and go and park your bike or your car. Yesterday I parked my bike in the shopping centre and it took me half an hour to find it again. The secret is to take a photograph of the floor you're on and ask security where it is. But yeah, some really nice places here. They're so clean, you know, I mean, it's unbelievable. But you'll be surprised at what it's like tonight. Last night was, they had a festival in here, dancing and everything. I didn't come down, but it was uploaded onto YouTube pretty quick. This is part of on the left-hand side is part of the Sultan's palace. Motor there, toilets, parking area. Old boat park here on the side. There's a few Westerners here. I saw a few yesterday when I had a quick drive around town. The only thing you've got to be careful of is these scalpers on the side of the road trying to sort of go somewhere. Just politely tell them no thanks and move on. Keep walking, that's the secret of it all. This area down this end is, I find, a bit more populated. Probably because of the shopping is probably a bit cheaper down here. Government buildings here. Down further is the Kraton, which is where the Sultan and his crew live. Actually a big community that live down there and work for the Sultan. I believe it's the only Sultan in Indonesia. Years ago, I believe there were sultans everywhere. So that was the main street, and tonight you'll see a different story there. The church over there, Christian church. I must have gone through a traffic light or something. I'll go around here instead. There's a typical side street in the city. Still the streets are nice and wide. Well, we're in another section of Jogja. Don't ask me where, but yeah, there's shops everywhere. Pretty busy little area here. There was back there too. I noticed a lot of traffic around. Okay, so this is the main floor, or start of the main floor of this particular mall, and wow, have a look at that. There are a lot of people here because there's 4,000 million motorbikes out in the car park. So yeah, pretty extravagant. We'll go and have a look around. Might even buy something. Shoes, t-shirts. I'm going to buy a t-shirt, but I don't think I'll buy it from here. I think it's a little bit out of my price range. Well, that's that mall. We're going to have a look at another one. But I just had a nasty experience. I had to leave my keys in the bike, and when I was leaving I looked for my keys, I couldn't find them. I thought, oh no, someone's probably knocked them off. Anyway, I went to security of the hotel, of the mall, and they had my keys, but I had to get a whole lot of photographs. I didn't have my STKN card or whatever it is. It's like a registration form. I didn't have that with me. So we went through a bit of rigmarole, but gee, the guys were really good. And you know, I showed them the photographs of the bike and the passport photo and my visa, everything like that. So instead of me having to go all the way back to the hotel and get my STKN card, which is about 15-20 minutes away, they let me have my keys and away I went. So now we're back on the road. Oh, I thought I had to go all the way back to the hotel. Anyway, this goes to show they have security walking around inside where you park your motorbike, checking, probably mainly for keys being left in the bike or any other odd things that happen. It's a good thing. Go down here for Mama, I'll let you go. So here we are, another street in the outer districts, well, outer inner districts of JOGJAKARTA. I find it comfortable enough riding. It's just having to look at the GPS all the time is a problem. Well, when I say problem, I'll get a big problem. Just you take your eyes off the road, anything can happen. There's a Warren steak and shake. I used to frequent that fairly often in Bali. They bung their prices up and cut their meals down. A lot of these main roads are all resurfaced. This is a pretty good road. Still a bit of parking on the left hand side, but still we've still got enough for two cars wide with, you know, with the cars parked on the left, so it's a good thing. the plaza coming up shortly. I think it is anyway. Yeah. I'll run this fella over if we don't get out the road. Okay, parking up here. Hey bro, where are parking? Oh, in there? Okay, thank you. Very good. Okay, nice and easy. Motorbikes on this side. What's it cost a fortune to build these malls, you know, with all the parking there, so much underground parking. A lot of real estate in it. Alright, and then we've got the ticket books by the looks of it. We'll go in here. Alright, we'll go around. Okay. Thank you, sir. Terima kasih. Where I go? Di mana? This way. Kanan. Right. Look, cut her off. Go. Okay. Got one or two. I'll park in there. I seem to be able to slip these bikes into these spots pretty easy. I can't do it. There we go, we park up here. There's room. Right on the corner. That'll do me. Well, I'm here in Maliboro Mall. This is the main mall in Jogja. A pretty impressive mall. I don't think this was here the last time I was here. But I went to the Lippo Mall, there was nobody there. Unbelievable. Now have a look at all the shirts and everything. Everything is batik. This is the batik cultural centre of Java. Javanese. And yeah. There's tons of shops outside that we will discover shortly. In the meantime, we'll just venture on. Plenty of eateries, of course. I can't believe that they all make a living. I mean, have a look at this. There's all these blue chairs, right? All that space there, and they've got the restaurant in there as well. Not a soul in it. And the rent they'd be paying here, they wouldn't miss them, because you've got Matahari, which is the biggest supermarket chain in Indonesia, right here as well. So yeah, alright, well we'll continue on. I'll go downstairs and get into Main Street shortly. Earlier I was talking about shops with batik. Well, this one's chock-a-block full of it. Quite a few of them like this. Some are machined, but most of them are done by hand. There's a lot of work in them. go. Okay, so that's the mall. If you look across here, there's a lot of these little motorbike carts and the old horse-drawn buggies. I wouldn't say they're old, but horse-drawn buggies. Plenty of them. They're all registered, so I guess they've got to look after them fairly well. So yeah, so plenty of shops around. I thought there'd be a little bit more lighting down here, but it's pretty bright. Okay, so this is what a lot of Indonesian, mainly students, spend their time eating because it's very cheap. But these stalls, they just put out mats for people and they just sit on the mat and enjoy their meals. Be right, I just video.
Oh, video?
Yeah, just video. So the students there just little mats. On both sides of the road, there's some over there as well. And in the middle. you're gonna love Indonesia. So there you go. Quite a few of them, probably a couple of hundred. So it's the and then you got mag wheel shops all along here, still open 8 o'clock at night. Hello, bro. All right, so I'm going back to the hotel. I'll just slowly cruise down here while I'm going back to the hotel, which is just up here on the left. And yeah, you can see motorbikes everywhere. Boys and girls come out to play. These stalls are set up every night. They're not here during the day. So here's my hotel, so we better pull in here. Yeah, great. Well, that's it. That's the streets of Jogja, day and night. So, pretty rough driving around one hand, I can tell you. So we'll go parking here. Hey, bro. Oh. Better turn this off, otherwise I'll fall off.